What's going on, everyone? This is Blake, and in this video I'm going to be walking you through step by step my Facebook live stream setup. I'm going to show you the exact software that I use, how I go about going live on Facebook to have higher quality streams, and how you can do the same without all the fancy equipment and fancy tech involved with it. So with that said, I'm going to cue the intro now and we'll dive right in. Alright, so as we dive into today's video, last week in a previous video, I released a video walking you through step by step how to get more live attendees to your Facebook Lives itself. I showed you an automation and software setup video where you could go out and actually send broadcast messages right when your live kicks off to people that were actually interested in your live beforehand, so you can get more live viewers when the live kicks off itself and ultimately reach more people within your audience. So now I'm going to take a step backwards and show you exactly how to set up your Facebook live stream in a way that looks really high quality without all the fancy tech and equipment involved. So there is a little bit of software setup involved with this, but overall, this is going to be 100% free for you to use. So I'm going to be taking things a little bit slower today, taking you through each and every step, and feel free to pause throughout this video if you need to as we're setting things up. So first and foremost, at this point, I'm using a different recording software to make this because I'm going to walk you through the app that I use to go live on Facebook and also use to record my YouTube videos as well. So I'm going to pull my face down here. And first and foremost, what you're going to want to do is go to obsproject.com, and you should view this screen right here. I'll also link this in the description below. So this will be linked for you below, but go to this URL right now and download this for your particular operating device itself. So whether you have a Windows PC or a Mac operating system, whatever you have, select that and download OBS Studio, because this is what you'll be using to get your live stream set up in place. So that is step number one. Once this is downloaded, I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like here in step number two. All right, so now that we have OBS downloaded, you should see the app on your computer. So once you download that app and install the application, you'll open up a screen and it should look very similar to this itself. So as you get inside here, there's a few simple steps that we need to make happen. First and foremost, you're going to see my face here shortly once I show you how to add your camera. But for those of you that don't have a webcam, I'll also link my exact equipment below, including my lighting, my microphone, and my webcam below. But again, with using this tool, you don't need any fancy webcam at all. For the majority of time in using this, I had a $50 Logitech webcam. And just recently, when I started to upgrade my content to a higher level for you guys here on YouTube, I just upgraded my webcam to a 4K webcam itself. So you don't need any fancy equipment. That's the nice thing about this tool, is you're able to optimize the settings in order to make it as though it looks much higher quality itself. So to keep things short and simple, what you'll need to do inside of here when you get this set up is set up different scenes. So usually the two scenes that I would like to have are a camera scene and a desktop scene. So disregard these old scenes that I have in here. I'm going to set up two fresh ones in this video for you. So scene number one, let's set up a camera scene. So we're going to go new scene, and we're going to select right here. We're going to type in camera. In camera only, you can. It's already in use. So I'll say camera only 2. So once you have this scene in place, now we're going to add a source. So we're going to click add here under sources. And we're going to select video capture device. You can name this webcam or whatever webcam name it is, and click OK. Now it's going to pull up this screen right here. So what you're going to want to do is select your device from the drop down itself. So you can see I have the Logitech Brio webcam, so this is what's going to show up for me. Whatever device you have, I've also used my GoPro before. If you want to use the stock camera within your laptop, you can use that. But whatever webcam you have plugged into your computer, this will show up here under devices. So I'll select my Logitech Brio webcam, and now you see me pop up right here as I record this video. So now that we have this set, I usually leave it at the highest preset resolution that it has right here, 1280 by 720. And I use preset. If you don't use preset, you can go higher resolution. But if you're doing a Facebook live stream, the best resolution you can do is 1280 by 720 because that's the highest level that they support to. They don't support 1920 by 1080. So we'll do preset and we'll click 1280 by 720. So again, feel free to pause this video as you're watching, but first step is adding the scene for your camera setup, camera only or camera. Next, adding in the device, which is your webcam, and then setting the device name itself and connecting that device along with the preset. Once you do this, you can click OK. And now you can adjust your face to fit the square. So you can move this in and out to make yourself bigger or smaller. The cool thing is, as you can see here, I have stuff in the background that I don't normally like to show in footage. For example, on YouTube, I always trim this out in any video that I make because it's just more of a distraction than anything. So what you can do is after you add this webcam, you can click webcam here and you can click filters. So it's going to pull up these filters here. So now we're going to add a couple different filters in. I can go pretty advanced into this, but I want to keep this setup video for you as short and simple as possible. So I'm going to go over, to me, the two most important filters that you may use to improve the quality and the look of your live streams itself and the videos that you make itself. So we're going to click add here. And first, let's apply color correction. So color correction allows you to play with the lighting within your room. So I have actually two different lights here, which I'll pan my webcam over to show you quickly. Being that I have this light over here, and I have a dual light right next to me here. So right now, with the way that my lights are set up and the color that they're on this new scene that I'm making, I look a little bit white right now. It doesn't look super high quality compared to my old scene that I had set up because I'm creating this new one for you on this video. So without getting too into detail, I'm going to adjust it a little bit and show you how you can do the same. So number one, you can change the brightness to make yourself brighter or darker. Because usually most stock webcams jack up the brightness, and these are usually not in alignment. So this is where you can come in and just slightly tweak things to make sure that it looks clean and clear for you. If you want to change the gamma, you can. Contrast. Play around with these until you find a happy medium and balance that you like. Saturation is going to make me more red as I go right, more white and gray as I go left. So this is decent right here because this too red. So we'll go over and we'll leave it right there. My lips look like I have lipstick on as I make this video with these settings right now. Promise that I don't. And we won't mess with the hue shift. This is just to give you an idea that you can adjust this. So we'll leave color correction then. And you can tell this lighting is not ideal for what I have set up. But if we go back to my old camera here, you can see that it looks a lot more clean based on the settings that I have set up there. So we'll go back to our new scene. And now we're going to add what's called a second filter. I didn't mean to click that there, so we'll X out of that. Let's remove this window cam. I'll just clear this out for now. So you should only see this webcam in here. Disregard this. I didn't mean to just add this in now. This can be deleted. And I'll remove it so you don't see that. Now that we have webcam in, we've added a little bit of color adjustments. You can also add in a second filter, which is just a crop pad. So you can click add here and select crop pad. And this allows you to basically crop the room behind you. So you can see how on this side of me, I don't want this in here. This is a fridge that I have behind me. So what I'm going to do is go to my left. I believe it's this left. We'll take out, let's make it 150. And you can see on the screen here what this will look like. So it's actually going the wrong side. So we'll leave the left 0 and we're going to go right by 75. And now you can see that cropping out. So we'll go right 100. Now we're in good shape. So now we can resize this and we have this out of the image. Now, overall, we're starting to get a cleaner setup as a whole. So once we have all of this in place, now let's set up a second scene, which is for your desktop. So for desktop, you're going to want to go add a scene, type in desktop. For those of you that like to make screen share videos or screen share lives, and we'll click add desktop. So that's already in use, so we'll name it desktop. Now that we have the desktop scene created, we're going to click add a source. And from here, we're going to select, looking through these, not video capture device, we're going to add in a display capture. So for the desktop scene, the core capture device that you'll want to be adding is a display capture. So we'll click create new here. You can call it your display, whatever name you want to name it. Click OK. And now we're going to select display 1, which is the display that I am on right now, and click OK. So it's going to look very weird on this screen right now because I'm basically double recording. But what this allows you to do, if we go to the left, is now you can just see my screen. And we can resize this so you can just see my whole clean desktop. I'll do this with you here so you can see what this looks like. So I'm going to resize this up so it fits accordingly. And now when I go back to the left on my dual monitors, you can see my full desktop screen here and record video as normal. So with that as well, we're going to add one more thing. And I like to also add myself to desktop recordings. So I'm going to add in right here a video capture device. So we're going to go down to video capture device. Here you can select add existing since you already added in the last one, but here we'll just do a new one again. And we'll say webcam. Okay. You can name it whatever name you want. Select Logitech Brio. And now you can see me pop up on the screen here. So now this is for when you're doing desktop recordings, and you can adjust the filters and the scale the same way that you did on the first scene. So to make this smaller for desktop recording videos, you'll want to go to your webcam. You're going to want to select filters. And we'll add in the crop pad again. And again, I'm going to be moving somewhat fast through this. So if you need to pause or watch this again as you're setting things up, feel free to do so. It's going to help you with the setup itself. We'll select crop pad. And now we're going to make it so I am smaller. So we're going to take the left end by, let's say, 450. We're going to take the right end by, say, another 450. And we'll take the top by, let's say, 150. This is not the cleanest example overall, but I wanted to show you how you can do this so you can go ahead and make this happen yourself. So now you can see here without the double backgrounds behind. Now, if I'm doing a screen recording, you can see my face in this in a smaller little snippet of a screen without taking up the whole screen. So this is how you'll want to set up your desktop recording and live streaming feature. So now this is especially nice if you have a dual monitor because you can pull this OBS screen to the side like I always do and then record the screen that's directly in front of me. And then when you're on Facebook Live, you can toggle between camera and desktop. So if you want to just go talk on your camera and then switch over to your desktop view, you can, at the click of a button, toggle to that, and now you are at the desktop view itself. So with all of that said, now that we have that in place, now it's time to go to the main next step and show you how to go about live streaming on Facebook. But before we do, I'm going to run through a quick glance at settings on my end so you can model these and take a look at how I have my settings set up if you want to change these. So I'm no expert when it comes to the exact settings needed on this. What I have set up works perfectly fine for me, and this is the way I roll with things. So number one, when we go to General, again, you click Settings in the bottom right of OBS. Now that we are in the General screen, you will select and look, you can make sure that all of these settings match. So I didn't really change anything within here. I left all these as stock settings. We'll be going to the stream next, which I'll show you shortly. For now, we can get the other ones in place. For output, I have a bit rate of 3500 kbps. For audio, this is where you want to make sure that you have your mic connected. So I just select audio, mic, auxiliary audio, and this is where I have my Yeti microphone in here. So you want to select that from the drop down. And then video, nothing really major fancy with this. It's pretty much the settings that we had before. I have mine set as output to 1280 by 720 because, again, this is the highest maximum resolution you can do for Facebook live stream. So I would just make sure that your output is 1280 by 720. And that's really all you need to make sure that you have set up. So with that said, now we're going to go back and I'm going to go to the next scene where I show you exactly how to go about going live on Facebook and how to get your stream key to go live. All right, so now that we have OBS downloaded, we have your desktop scene set up, we have your camera scene set up, we have the settings in place. Now it's time to actually get ready to go live itself. So in order to do this, this is going to be the URL that you go to over and over again to go live on Facebook. And you're going to want to bookmark this URL. It's facebook.com/live/create. This is exactly where you'll want to go to. So once you go to this address itself, which I can also link in the description for you below, from here you're going to want to go to create live stream. So we're going to click create live stream. And now we're going to be taken to this screen right here. So now if let's say we're going to go live inside of our Facebook group right now. So you're going to see our profile pop up here. And this is where we choose where we want to post to. So in this instance, I'm going to go post in a group. So I'm going to select post in a group. I'm going to scroll all the way down to my Facebook group. And now that I have Unleashed CEOs, my Facebook group selected, go live. Now I'm going to click next. Next up, we will be taken to this screen. So you'll see two different keys here that we'll need to use. So what I like to do is use what's called a persistent stream key. This means that once you install this key into OBS, you will never have to worry about installing this key again. You'll always be good to go. All you have to do is go to facebook.com/live/create, pull up OBS, click start streaming, and you'll be able to initiate the stream here, which I'm about to show you. But so this is only one step involved in doing this, and you won't have to worry about doing this again once you do it once. So as you guys have this screen pulled up here for the stream setup, and you see the server URL and the stream key, now we're going to pull up OBS again. So you can see my face, I have OBS pulled up, and we're going to want to click settings. Once we pull up settings, we're going to want to go to stream. So this is where you're basically going to leave it at Facebook Live to make it easy. Server, you can leave as default. And then you're going to want to delete the stream key, go back to Facebook, this screen that you're at right here, to copy this stream key right here. This is your persistent stream key that you won't have to change again. Copy that. Go back to OBS and paste it in here. Now click OK, and you're done. So now that you have all this in place, you're good to go out live on Facebook. At this higher quality view, making your webcam look much, much higher quality, and also much easier to go live with. Because now, in order to go live on Facebook, you have to do two things. You pull up OBS, you pull up facebook.live/create, you select the destination where you want to go live at, and now all you have to do here is click Start Streaming. Once we select Start Streaming here, we can go to, you'll see the face pop up. So this is where you want to confirm that you're ready to go live. You have to wait until your face pops up, and now you can click next. You can put in your title and description, see exactly what it looks like on live, and then actually go live itself. So for this example, I have a test group set up on Facebook, so I'll actually go live for you to show you how that looks. So again, we're going to select start streaming again. We will start streaming. This should connect. You'll see my face pop up here. We'll put in our title, which is actually just this. This is where if you want to have any verbiage above the video, it's going to want to go right here. Click next again. And now we're ready to go live. And this is actually the professional live view where you're at in terms of going live on Facebook itself. It's not your standard go into make a post and go live. You can actually see metrics in terms of the quality of the stream. And the nice thing about doing it through this URL is it's going to connect you to the most stable stream servers based on the location that you're at. So this is why if you want to have a strong, stable stream connection, you want to have a higher quality view of your face, of your desktop, using OBS and using this URL to go live is the very best way to do it. Now we'll click go live. It's going to ask you again, are you sure you want to go live? You confirm. And now we are live on Facebook. So I'll be able to see comments coming in. If I usually leave this pulled up on my second desktop here so I can watch, make sure that I'm live myself, see what comments are coming in. And this is going live as we speak, as I make this video. And then as we pull up OBS here again, in order to stop streaming, all I have to do is click stop streaming right in OBS, and now I'm done. You can end it in two ways. You can click stop streaming there, or I can click end live here. But you can see now the live is done, and it's confirming your live video has ended. So that is a wrap on exactly how I go about going live on Facebook, what my live stream setup looks like, and how you can do the same and model my stream setup to reap the benefits of a higher quality stream with higher quality connection. So if you got value from this video, be sure to drop a thumbs up below, and if you have not yet already, be sure to subscribe to the channel below. Again, I don't normally do a bunch of different tech setup videos, but I like to incorporate these for you guys because I feel that these are necessary things within your business that are really going to help increase the quality of the work that you do in terms of the content that you put out. So hopefully you got value from this tech setup on my Facebook live stream setup itself. Again, any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will link in the description the link to download OBS as well as the link to stream live on Facebook where you want to bookmark to come back to over and over again. And be sure to subscribe before you go. And with that said, I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.